Hey.
Hi.
Welcome to All My Friends Are Fucked.
Yay.
Yay. We're holding the microphones today.
Yeah, it's way better.
I feel
like
good
it
about
this
it.
way.
Yeah.
Feels nice.
It's a big microphone.
It's a new year, new mic.
New year, new mic. New year, same mic, but mic in our hands this time. You're not a two-hander, I see.
It's comfortable when you one-hand it.
Yeah, agreed. It's better that way.
Yeah.
You can use your other hand for other things.
So, yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Well, Nicole, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
2025.
Yeah.
I didn't
2025.
I didn't think I would make it to this year. Not like in a dark way, but like, do you ever, like, when you were a kid, you're like, there's no way the year 2025 is real.
Yeah. Like, it's not going to happen.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, it's so far away that you can't imagine.
Yeah, no way. And then you see, like, I would be 35 this year.
Yeah.
And you're like, no fucking way.
I know. It's scary.
Yeah.
It was weird. I had a moment last night walking the dog. I was like, holy shit, I'm going to be 36 this year.
36.
36.
That's a good age,
That's
I think.
good.
Yeah.
It's good. And then I had the thought, oh my God, now next year I'll be 37. And that really freaked me out.
Oh, yeah, that's bad.
Yeah.
And then 38.
Yeah,
And then
37 is a little bit worse than 36.
I think so.
36 feels good.
It's at 7.
I know.
Something dark about that. I don't know what it is.
It's just rolling close.
Yeah.
To
Wait till 39.
ooh.
Because that'll feel like the last year before, like, because I feel 40 now is like, you better have your shit together.
Yeah.
It used to be 30, but now I'm like, 30's for fun.
Yeah. 30
You know?
feels like 20s.
Yeah.
Well,
20s with money.
20s with money.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah. I'm glad I'm not in my 20s. I'm done. I'm
We're
glad
done with
that's
those.
done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was good while it lasted, I think.
Yeah. It was
Yeah.
good. I didn't meet you in my 20s.
No.
Well, do we meet? I was trying to think about this on New Year's because we were out.
We were.
And we were. And I was
Good old
looking
Sherman
around
Oaks.
at everyone.
Mhm.
And I realized 5 years ago in 2020, because Sam had made a comment, he said, oh, 2020, like COVID was about to happen. Wow, I just stroked out. I was like,
Just black out.
Oh, wow.
That's good.
Excuse me, I've been sick. Okay. Sam said to me, can you believe 5 years ago that COVID happened? Like around this time, we were getting going into March 2020. I was like, that's crazy. And then I looked around. I'm like, holy shit, 5 years ago, I didn't know anyone that I was with on New Year's. I knew no one.
That's such a good point.
It was all new people. And why did I bring this up? Because
When did we meet?
That's
Were
right,
we
that's
were
right,
we the
Dad.
first people that met in that group?
Yeah. Well, when did we meet?
We met.
So hot
Are you
right
hot?
now.
It is really hot.
Can I let me turn
Go
on the
do
air?
something.
Yeah.
Go do a thing
Yeah.
to make it.
Yeah, it's hot.
Here, let me hold your microphone.
Yeah.
Since I have both hands free. Oh, you don't know what's happening here, but it's really nice. The acoustics are amazing. This is a look.
You're like,
I'm like, look at me with two mics.
You're like, my hair
My hair is so long.
Which I definitely want to talk about your hair.
We'll get into that.
I'd heard about you all of 2020, or for most of 2020.
And I heard about you.
From March up until when I met you. So
basically, yes, I heard about you early 2020. And then we were in lockdown until, because when did we go back to CrossFit? That's where we met. So when we went back to CrossFit, I want to say it was 2021.
Yeah, I think it was 2021. Yeah, so it had to have been 2021.
2021.
I think it was spring 2021.
Okay. So that means we've been friends for almost 4 years.
Yeah.
That's big.
Yeah, that is
You know what
big.
they say? If you're friends with someone for 7 years, you're friends for life.
Really?
So we only have 3 years to go.
We'll be friends for life.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah. I can't imagine.
Don't give up, Nicole.
I'm not giving up.
You only have 3 years to go.
That'll be easy. We'll be doing this for 3 years.
Yeah, exactly. Perfect. Yeah, I didn't, honestly, same with me though, with that group that we went out with on New Year's. Like obviously 90% of them I knew them for a week.
Yeah.
Sam for like a year now.
Yeah.
And then Katie I met after you.
You only have known Katie for
A couple years. Yeah.
I thought you guys have known each other forever.
No, we met virtually, like we met on Slack. So we worked together and we only spoke during Slack, and she lived in upstate New York. Then we met in person on a show after we had known each other for like a year.
Okay.
Yeah.
You have to have her come
and then
on.
we just hit it off and we were like, let's get a house. She rescued me, really.
Yeah.
from like, or rescued my dogs in a way.
Yeah. Yeah. You had the bad dog situation.
Yeah, it was crazy. We'll get into that one day. One day.
So you got new hair and Botox for the year.
I did. Well,
how are you feeling? I could tell now
I think
that
I'm
the Botox
hot now.
Do you feel hotter? Like since getting the tox, do you feel it?
You know what? I don't notice it.
You
but
don't?
Like, I notice that I can't move certain parts of my face because I'm definitely like a brow person. Like I am always furrowing, as they say.
Yeah, I'm
my
a brow
brows.
person too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can still do it probably with your
yeah.
Botox list.
Oh,
yeah.
I don't have Botox.
I know. And I got it from peer pressure, but I'm glad I did. Like, I was like, I want to try it.
Yeah. You think it's worth the money?
You tell me. I mean, I didn't get that much. Like, I showed up and
Your face looks refreshed. I can't tell what it is or like how it happened, but it looks, I see that there's a difference.
Okay, interesting.
But it's so subtle. Did you get Botox here?
No. What?
I thought you got a lip.
Yeah, because but
flip.
Here's the thing. Like, I like don't usually like wear makeup or like chapstick or like anything. So when I do wear, everyone always says this to me. If I put on like chapstick or lip gloss or like anything, people are like, holy shit, did you get...
You have big lips.
They are big.
Yeah.
Big Italian juicy lips.
You have nice lips. You have really nice lips.
Thank you so much.
But now you're inspiring me. I think I want...
The Botox?
I think I want the tox. I'm scared.
I was fucking terrified.
I'm terrified.
Because like I'd rather look wrinkly and
Me
real
too.
than... But was really cool, the person that I went to like talked me through the different levels. She's like, so she's looking at me. She's like a 50-year-old woman who looks 22. I'm not kidding. And she's looking at me and she's like, you can be like me where my face is frozen. And she's like making facial movements, but not really. She's like, I'm frozen. She's like, then there's like a happy medium where like you'll still be able to be exactly the same. And she asked, she's like, how, like, do you want expressions? And I was like, yes, 100%. So
first off, I want to see how she looks because after talking about Wicked and your definition of bawling, I want to see how good this lady looks because according to you, bawling means one tear.
I know.
So if this 50-year-old looks 20, I don't believe you.
I am an exaggerator.
Okay, so how old is she?
So she actually looks... No, honestly, like 25.
You're not carding her at a bar.
Yes, I would.
No, you would.
I swear to fucking God.
50.
She looks... Okay, she's 48. I exaggerated that
how
too.
How does her hair look? Is it like
her hair?
Stringy? Yeah, because as women age too.
Yeah. No, her hair's like thick and black. She's also Asian, so I don't know if that also plays a role.
Yeah, different than us whites.
It's white people.
Us white people.
We look old.
Yeah, our hair gets straggly pretty quick.
Yes.
Like hormones really impact us. Like
yes. Like you can tell, like...
I'm not a genetic lottery. Like my hands are already starting to go. My hands, I feel like, are on the 40-year-old scale.
I honestly never look. Let me look at yours.
I have a lot of veins.
You're insane.
They look old to me.
Okay, I think that's a personal problem.
Well, they can't Botox your hands.
Yes, they can.
They can?
100%.
They can Botox your hands?
She said you can Botox anything.
Okay, so she looked 25.
Yes. I swear to
For
fucking
real?
God.
She looked younger than me.
Well, you look young too. Shit. You could be in your 20s. You could be in your late 20s. I don't know because I know you.
Someone said that to me on New Year's. They're like, oh, I thought you were late 20s. I'm like, shut up.
You could. You looked, here's the thing. You looked good on New Year's and you weren't moving your face much. So it probably looked like you were young. You literally were
when
like...
I don't open my mouth, when
yeah,
I'm quiet,
exactly.
When I'm quiet, I look young.
When you show no expression whatsoever, you look 25. That's all it takes.
That's fucked up.
Yeah.
And you got this new hair.
The new hair is...
It's a move.
It's a move. Honestly, this is a little bit more than I wanted.
Yeah.
But the woman was like, hey, you pay for all the hair, so you might as well like have fun, wear it long. And if it gets too long, which it does because it gets...
You can cut it.
In all the places, yeah.
But it looks so natural.
It looks cool, right?
Looks so cool.
And all I wanted was like... Honestly, the dream is to just like braid my hair. Like I just want to braid my hair.
Oh yeah, I want to braid your hair too.
You have to braid my hair.
I'm going to braid your hair.
Okay, cool.
I can't get hair extensions.
Why?
Because I have curly hair.
No, you've been lied to. They literally will match your texture. When I was at this salon, first of all, you have to go to an extension specialist. You can't go to a salon that does hair extension. If you do like the kind of extensions that I did, which is the K-tips where they individually like put on each strand of hair. So it took 7 hours.
Each strand? No,
Not each 10, but each
fucking.
there's about
See,
this
is
much.
where the exaggeration gets in trouble.
I know. People are going to be fact checking us. We should just like rename our podcast to fact check them. Okay. Maybe
All my friends
this
have
much.
no facts.
Maybe half
I
that.
see at a time.
Yeah. So there's probably like 150 capsules on my head.
Is it where they crimp them in? The little like beads?
They use, it's not beads. So this one is like, it's called like, there's like nano extensions. You can probably
like glue?
see one. It's like a keratin bond.
Oh,
See how tiny they are?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not
Wow.
great when somebody is like touching your head. I'll tell you that.
Does it hurt when
No.
after you get them? You
Not
don't
at
get
all.
the pulling.
I didn't get that. Like when I washed my hair the first time, that's when I felt the weight. I've never had this much hair in my life.
Yeah.
So like it absorbed. I basically was holding my hair up with one hand and then using the other hand to like wash my hair.
So now that you have all this hair, could you ever not have it again?
I don't think so because I think like I believe this is my hair. Like if I took my extensions out right now and looked at myself in the mirror with like, because I have really thin hair,
Yeah.
I think I would be traumatized.
That's so interesting. It almost reminds me of it's like a phantom limb or something, like
Yes.
where it's like your brain is still signaling that you have
Yeah.
the limb.
Mm-hmm.
And so if you did remove it, it probably would give you
no,
some
this
sort
I've
of
decided
shock.
is probably for life. Not this
Wow.
long. Not this long, but
Wow, but this is now a new life commitment.
yeah, I put it on my budget sheet. Like
That's
I budgeted it in.
That's
Yeah.
amazing. Okay, so for the new year,
Yep.
new hair,
New hair.
new you. Okay, I have not.
What about you?
decided.
Let's talk
Talks.
about your New Year's goals.
And the only one I have is to finish the half marathon, the Surf City one.
That one's coming up though.
It is. It's coming up February 2nd. And
Groundhog's Day.
I don't want to do it. I'm having a hard time with it.
Tell me about that. Why?
I'm just poorly trained. And not that I'm trying to do it for time.
Yeah, you just want to finish it.
I want to finish it. But you know what it is? It's knowing that it's in Huntington Beach, which is
Oh,
far. It's in
yeah.
Orange County.
So you got to wake up early.
I have to get the bib the day before.
Oh.
And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? I have to drive to Huntington twice.
Yeah.
I want to stay at my friend's place. She lives in Long Beach. This is my anxiety. This is why I don't want to do it. It's my anxiety.
All right.
And this is
What friend do you have that lives in Long Beach?
my friend Katharina. I've known
Oh,
her.
I know her. Yeah. Okay.
Bitch bought a new place and it doesn't have AC.
That is the most depressing
Forget it.
thing.
I
Yeah.
can't. I have
Luckily,
to have
it's
AC.
the winter, so you might be okay. No,
I can't even take that risk. I'm
Yeah,
not even going to take it because if I'm hot, I can't sleep and I have I swear, getting older, night sweats.
that's your thing, though. Your thing where if you have something planned the night before or the day after, you
Yeah.
can't sleep the night.
I don't like it. So I think I need to get myself a hotel or an Airbnb.
That sounds really fun.
It
though.
does. Yeah. Like I could make it a thing.
Yeah, you can.
I could make it a thing.
Yeah.
We
You should
could
do that.
record a
Should
podcast
we?
episode.
Do you need someone to run with you, like really
in
badly?
Huntington.
So
No, that part I don't care because
Okay.
all I do is put in my music and I don't give a shit.
just
My
go.
time.
Yeah.
I just want to finish
Yeah.
it because this is also part of my goals. If I do okay, and if my body's not trashed,
yeah, I think you'll be good.
I'm gonna sign up for the OC marathon May 4th because
Wow.
I'm not trained enough for the LA in March.
No way.
No. I'll fuck
Because you
my
know
life
what?
up.
A half marathon,
Yeah.
as a runner, like, like no matter what, you could probably push yourself through 13 miles.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you're trained, if you're not
Yeah.
trained, unless you're like really not trained.
Yeah.
But a marathon, absolutely not. Even
No.
when you're trained, it is
No.
the hardest fucking thing you'll ever do.
You've ran a marathon, right?
I ran the LA marathon, which by the way is
Yeah.
not that hard of one. It's pretty flat.
It's pretty flat.
Yeah.
Yeah. The OC one is flat as
Yeah.
well. I don't know. I love running so much. I'm having a harder, just my body it's so different now at 30.
yeah.
I hate bringing up my age so much in this, but it's so true.
And it's not 30, it's like 35. That's why. Like I feel like when we were 30, we were still okay. It was like you hit
Okay,
the 30
yeah.
mark and
Yeah.
you were like, I'm peaking.
I'm good. I'm
Yeah.
good. And then it's changed and my hormones have changed
Yeah.
since I was 30. Like I get these night sweats now.
Yeah, tell me about that.
Okay, so they only happen around when I'm gonna get my period. And guess what? I'm probably gonna get my fucking
In
period.
this race?
Yes, because I'm
That's how life
still
is.
tapering off,
Yep.
and my race is 2-2. And depending on stress,
You're so right.
That's
Yep.
why I was like, I need air conditioning.
Yeah, you know what you need is a hotel. You need to do that.
I need to do a hotel.
You gotta splurge. You're gonna feel so good. The hotel beds and sheets are the best.
That's what I'm gonna do. I think I'm fighting it because I'm like, oh, I don't want to spend the money, but it's like,
spend the money.
Okay, it's worth it.
Yeah, especially like you spend the money to race, which a lot of people are like, that's so stupid. You could just run for free, but like the atmosphere of a race is so fun.
So much.
It's worth every dollar.
So much better. It's so much different. Like it propels you to go.
Yeah.
When people are running.
Yes.
Today I went on a run. And I got lucky. I did a route where I actually missed stoplights for the first 2.5 to 3 miles.
So you had to go the whole time?
Yes.
Ooh.
Which is hard. You run on the streets and it makes it a lot easier because you hit stoplights.
Yep. Wait, are you a person that when you hit a stoplight, you pause?
No.
Oh, you let it go?
I just let it go. I don't care.
That's good.
Yeah.
I hate those people because then they're like 7-minute mile and I'm like, with 40 stoplights? No fucking way.
Yeah. No, I don't care.
But you don't do Strava anymore.
I do.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you can check out my Strava. Everyone can. Everyone should.
Can.
Check out my Strava. Get my running journey. I hate it though. I hate it because I've just gotten more anxious over time. I know. That's really what it is.
I think it'll be so fun though, because you remember like in the middle of a run, like in the middle of a race, you're like, fuck yeah. Like my body's doing this. It feels so good.
For sure.
You finish, you get your dumb little necklace.
Yeah.
It's called a medal. Or whatever. Yeah. And then you can go to like a great restaurant.
Yeah. I totally can.
To your heart's content.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is technically your New Year's resolution. This is something you want to do.
Yeah. It's just to finish it. It's to do it.
Do you usually set resolutions?
No, because I've never hit any goals.
Okay.
No, that's not true. I've hit goals, but I've never, anything that I've written out for the new year, I've never done.
Like, what are you writing out? Are they hard things?
No, it'll be, they're just very general goals.
Okay. Like get a house.
Yeah, but not, I hope, but like, no, that's not happening.
Like, they're like big goals.
Yeah, that's the thing. They're unrealistic.
Yes.
Like I should be saying pay off 10% of my student loans.
Yeah.
Like that would be a more realistic goal.
And goals with actual plans are a lot better.
Yes.
You know, like you can say like, I want to save $10,000. But like, if you say, I'm going to skip this many things so that I can save $10,000.
Yeah.
Then you're like more apt to like hitting those goals.
That's true. Yeah. I'm really bad with goal setting.
I'm a psycho about it.
Yeah. Yeah, you are.
Like this year.
Yeah. Tell me about what you're going to do.
Do you know how many people I posted? Okay. So basically I made a calendar. You saw it. Where it took me 3 days to make it because I first started with, I wanted to be like a big colorful calendar.
Yeah.
And I wanted every month to be a separate color with the weekends being a specific color within that color. Okay. So if January is blue, which it wasn't, I forget what it was.
Okay.
The weekends in January are orange. So
it's like a contrast?
Yeah. So you'll see like 5 days of blue, 2 days of orange, 5 days of blue. So I know when I look at it that a weekend is coming. And then every month is a different color. And then December, since that'll be my final month, was just a rainbow, like a rainbow of colors. So that was the color coordination. And in my head, I was like, okay, I'm going to make 365 of these fucking squares. I didn't think it was going to be that big.
What did you make the squares out of?
So basically I took like my watercolor paper, whatever.
Oh my God.
I painted a bunch of pieces of paper, probably like.
How'd you have the quality control on the colors? Like one's not like, were any of them off a shade or two?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, you can look and you're like, if you look too closely, you're like, this is a fucking hot mess. Like this looks, and also this is on your bedroom wall.
But from far away.
From far away, it looks fucking cool.
Okay. So it's basically like cardstock because watercolor paper is really thick.
Yes. Yep.
Okay. And you cut it into individual squares?
So I did so each month got 4 colors or like 4 pieces of paper.
Yeah.
Because I would cut them into 8.
Okay.
And that math seemed right, even though it wasn't. And then, so I had to paint, 12 times 4?
It's 48.
Yep. So 48 pieces of paper. And I just listened to music and did that. And then next day, cut them all out, added the dates to them.
Wow.
And then the next day, this was the really time-consuming part, put them on my wall because very quickly, I thought I was just going to take up maybe half a wall. I took up 3 walls, basically. But like that half a wall, and it didn't fit. And I was like, oh, I'm going to have to rethink this. And so it's a massive, massive calendar.
It's 365 squares.
Yes.
That you painted.
Yes.
That you cut and painted.
Yes.
And wrote on.
And wrote the date. Yeah, every date of the year.
And what is on each? Like, is it like a plan? Like work out?
No. Nope. It looks cooler than it is. So basically what I'm doing is I'm going like first grade style, and I got a bunch of stickers that are going to represent things that I do every day. So my two main goals are not drinking or doing drugs. Not that I do drugs, but you know what I mean? So like sobriety. That's
sobriety.
Sobriety.
And not California sobriety.
No, like
full blown,
like
sober.
Kansas sobriety. Is that a thing?
Kansas sobriety?
I don't know. I just picked a different state. Basically, or like Utah sobriety, maybe. Anyways.
Yeah. I would just
Anyways,
say
I'm not
maybe
doing
AA sobriety.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Sure. They don't do anything.
No, but some people in AA are like, I smoke weed still.
Yeah, or like smoke a cigarette or like hit a vape. I don't know.
So you are
doing nothing.
You are straight edge.
Yes, straight edge.
No cigarettes.
No caffeine.
No
I'm
caffeine.
Just kidding. No, I'm going to drink caffeine.
Okay.
100%. I already had like 7 cups of coffee today.
Okay.
So yeah, so basically nothing that's bad for my health.
So just pro-stimulants. I'm just kidding.
I'm going to be doing like pre-workout every morning.
No, for real?
No, I'm not.
Oh, okay.
I feel like that's a bad idea.
Pre-workout, I feel like might as well be a drug.
It is a drug.
It is.
100%.
How much caffeine is in pre-workout?
Holy shit. Probably like 250 milligrams.
That's insane.
Per scoop.
I feel like there's traces of coke in it.
There absolutely is. I mean, have you ever like done pre-workout and as you're running, like I've done it like on the treadmill and you're just blacked out. You like look down and you're like, I just ran 6 miles. And you don't remember it, and you're sweating, but on the inside, you know that feeling?
It just makes me feel unwell.
Yeah, I like it. I feel like a superhero.
Yeah, I just feel like ill.
Yeah,
when I have it.
That's probably your body telling you do not.
Yeah, I just stick to like, if I do anything, it's a hydration pack. But some of them have caffeine. So like Tailwind has caffeine.
Okay, caffeine I think is fine. It's when it's caffeine. Like taurine, gorine. Crack cocaine.
I don't even know what's in there. I honestly don't, but pre-workout.
Yeah.
No.
So I'm not doing that.
Okay, so just
sobriety for a year.
Okay.
So next New Year's, I'm going to go fucking hard because that's going to be the first time I drink. And not that I'm looking forward to that, but I...
Oh, yeah. Because when I met you too, 2021, you had drank. You had stopped your sobriety. You were sober for 2 years.
16 months.
16 months.
So it was a little over. Yes.
Yeah.
And I was like, why am I doing this? And I stopped drinking, and I think I hung out with you, and I was scared to drink.
Wait, was it with me you broke? No,
not with you. But it was like that time when we were hanging out.
Yeah. You were
I don't know who I broke it with, but I was like, I felt like because I went so long without drinking, I was like, oh, now I can just like be chill about it.
Yeah,
but it's hard to be chill about it because everyone, it's such a social activity.
Yeah, I've had to naturally just taper down based on my hangovers, and that has pretty much propelled me into voluntary sobriety essentially.
Well, it also helps. I mean, obviously helps your health. You look better.
Yeah.
I remember like I woke up every day looking like my skin looked so good.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow, this is crazy.
For sure. It makes me way too depressed now.
Yeah.
Like the day after, it fucks me up.
It robs you. Like you have the happiness of the moment and then you're robbing it from like the next 2 days.
Yeah. I literally can only have 1 drink max now.
Did you only have 1 drink on New Year's?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
I drink so much.
Yeah. Wow. I can't do that.
That's good.
I haven't had, I think I had a couple drinks on Christmas. Well, no, it was like a couple small glasses of those of wine. So, but I was drinking a lot of water and I was eating. So
that's good. That's for the best.
I love how it feels. I just can't do it.
Yeah.
I'll just get too sick. And like, I'm scared that I'm going to cause shit.
Okay.
Alcohol's an agitator.
Yeah. For you personally.
For sure. It'll fucking agitate.
Like, what do you do? Like, what happens when you drink?
I can instigate things.
Oh, okay. You're a little troublemaker.
I can bring up things.
Yeah. You like to fight when you're drunk?
I do. I like to fight. I like to hook up. I like to do bad things. So that's the thing. It doesn't even mean I'm going to instigate in a bad way. Like, I'm going to get in a fight. It could be, I'm going to instigate and like, let's see what you're doing over here. Hell yes. Yeah.
Okay, I get that. Then I could see like the fear of not wanting to drink more than.
Yeah.
I'm definitely different than that. Like when I drink, I'm like, I'm having the best day of my life. Like
sometimes it's like that.
Yeah. Well, let's do that.
Yeah.
Because it is you.
It is.
But it's like what
deep unconscious. That's the thing.
Man, it sucks that drinking's so fun though. It would be cool to just be able to do fucked up shit for fun. But the consequences, there's consequences in life, unfortunately.
So you're not going to drink at all?
Nope.
How do you feel about it? Do you have to grieve some of that, or?
Because I did it before and I can at least focus on the benefits of it. I think that's really helping me.
Yeah.
So like at first, I remember when I stopped drinking back during COVID, it was 3 months before we actually shut down that I had been sober. And so one of those was my 30th birthday, which is also crazy.
Yeah.
So like I went into it doing all these social events, not drinking. And so I already have kind of gotten past the scariness of that.
Yeah.
Because there is definitely a level of how it's weird for me to be sober around all my drunk friends. Like that feels weird. But then you learn very quickly it's not that weird.
Yeah.
It's like, it is what it is.
Yeah.
It's actually more fun. You feel like you can like protect them or like just kind of laugh through whatever drunk, whatever they're going through. So I've already kind of gotten past that. So that part I'm not scared of. And then there's great benefits. Like my running got better, my fitness got better, my body looked better. So I'm just focusing on that. And then my other goal is just to run every single day.
Run every day. A mile.
Yeah. So a mile minimum. So I'm actually like for this first week, because we're still on like vacation mode, whatever, I'm doing like a mile. And then I'm going to put like a running program together so I can add mileage, but a mile minimum. Yeah. Which I've also done that before.
For a year.
So yes, but also half a year. So last year I tried to do this.
Oh, wow.
And I made it till June or July. Okay. And then I had that bed bug situation, which we'll tell that story one day.
Yeah.
Basically, I learned I was deathly allergic to bed bugs and was like in and out of the ER for like a week, actually 2 weeks.
That's so scary.
Yeah, it was. And just to put that out there, we only had bed bugs because we had squatters like living in the apartment below us. They finally kicked them out. They were there for 5 years. They finally were able to kick them out. And when there were 9 people in and out of that place. When they removed those bodies, it
sounds like they were dead.
I know. Well, some of them were like heavily disabled and they never left.
Oh my God.
Which is also like horrible. But anyway, all of those bed bugs came up into our apartment. And then we only found out because I'm so allergic to them. So anyway, I was in and out of the ER and I stopped running because I was on steroids and all sorts of shit. And so I did 6 months of running.
Was your throat closing? I know this is a story for another time. I'm like,
no, it wasn't. But basically, every bite that I got would like blow up to be about this big. So like my body was just like covered.
Overwhelmed.
Yes.
Oh my God. That's so scary.
It was disgusting.
Oh.
And apparently people who get bed bugs don't even know because most people are not allergic and they don't leave any trace on your body. So it was actually like a miracle in disguise that I was just deathly allergic because we were like, what is this?
Oh my God.
We killed all the bed bugs before I brought them to California with me.
Wow.
Which would have been a fucking disaster.
That's crazy. I know.
Yeah, they're really hard to kill.
Yeah, they are.
So fucking disgusting.
Yeah.
They're so great. Oh, I can't even think about it. All right. Next topic. I'm just kidding.
Yeah. So
I'm 2 days in.
So you did your running every day. Wow. Yeah. That's really impressive. Okay. So you might be doing the OC marathon as well then.
I should just do it with you.
You should.
Yeah.
We have
I
enough
don't
time.
think I'm really, I just had a different idea of that.
From till May? 4
okay,
months?
May, 4 months. I really feel like I'm at square one.
February, March, April. So you have all
4 months, which is 16 weeks. Usually you need 18 weeks to train.
To do a marathon.
If you're in good shape. So we'll see.
Well, I'm like really not, like my cross training's not great. Like I really should do a schedule talking about New Year's resolutions. I don't.
That's fine.
I just fly by the seat of my pants. And I see the detriment to that.
I don't know though, because I think sometimes you put a lot of pressure on yourself when you set these goals because a year goal is insane.
Oh, your goal's outrageous.
Yes.
And it's not happening.
Especially, it's too much. No. And I realize that when I wake up every morning and I look at that calendar and I'm like, this is psychotic. Like there's so many days in the year.
Yeah.
So many days.
365.
Exactly.
It is a lot.
Actually, I heard that it's like 364 and then 3/4 of a day. Is that a true fact? True. Is this a memory from facts?
It's a fact from memory. I have no idea. I've never even heard that.
You never heard that?
No.
I heard that like there isn't a full day. But that's why we have like daylight savings because you like go back a quarter of a day. Is that real?
Probably.
You know what?
I have no idea.
Okay, me neither.
I have no idea.
We'll look it up.
I don't know anything about that. And like when it's like a leap year or not. Like I don't know how many days are in February this year.
Oh, wow.
How many?
I pay attention to February just because it's my birthday.
It's your birthday.
month. Yeah.
How many days are in February this year?
28 this year.
Oh, so it is a leap year.
No,
right?
no. 29 is leap year. 29. Leap year was last year, I believe.
Is February always 28 and then it goes to 29?
Yes. Hello.
I thought it was always 29 and then it goes.
No fucking way do you think that. What? So there's 366 days in the year, according to Nicole. Wait, what? No. You're just fucking like every year you're like February 28th. It must be a leap year.
No, I've never paid attention because I thought every year it's usually 29 days and then once every 4 years it's only 28
So that means
days.
every year though, when you see the 28, you're thinking like this is a leap year. Because it is 28 every year.
No, because I was always thinking it goes to 29, I think.
Oh, that is it. 29 on leap year.
Yeah.
You think the opposite.
I'm thinking the opposite, that it's always 29 and then it goes to 28.
That's fucking crazy. That's crazy.
Yes, apparently that's how I always thought.
Wow.
It's not even apparently, I did.
You did. Well, we fixed that. Now you know.
I just learned what
Wow.
leap year was.
Yeah, you did.
I feel really stupid.
Don't feel stupid. It's actually fun that you know that's what you thought. That's funny.
Well, it's also, it speaks to like, wow, I really have not been paying attention. I never really was paying attention.
Why would you? February, unless you're a February baby, like everyone fucking hates February, I swear.
Do people hate February?
Well, I guess. Why would they give
Well,
the shortest month?
I can understand that like people born on February 29th, that kind of sucks for you. You have
That's
that
cool.
makes sense because you know what? Now this is coming back to me because in school, I remember us talking about leap year and how if your birthday, if it's on the 29th is only celebrated once every 4 years.
Yep.
But I had forgotten about that until
that's
we've had
okay.
this conversation.
Because you don't have any friends with leap year birthdays.
No, I don't.
Yeah. I always thought too, or if you have a leap year birthday, are you celebrating on the 28th or March 1st?
Holy shit. So I really wonder now, sorry, this is a total segue and I just totally cut you off. What are the statistical odds of being born on February 29th then? Because that has to be the lowest true birthdays. I'm guessing the statistical odds are like so low because
it happens every 4 years.
Yeah.
So that means you have to get pregnant in May, the year before a leap year, to even have a chance at that.
I feel like you're psycho enough to do this.
I will do it.
Yeah, you'll have a
Okay,
calendar
when's leap year?
and you're going to plan.
Okay, no, oh man, but I'm going to be too old. Can't wait that long.
Wait, when is the next leap year?
So if leap year was last year, which we have to fact check.
How do you know it was last year?
I just have a feeling.
I can check my phone now.
Yeah, check it.
Okay.
Which of your 8 phones?
I'm going to check my Apple Watch. February leap year was 2024. So February 29th.
I knew it. Oh, okay.
Shit, you're going to be too old for that.
I'll be too old.
How old do you
Unless
want to
it's
have?
my last child.
Holy
Honestly,
shit.
I don't even know if I want to do that.
I know.
So
I go
we'll
back
find
and
out.
forth.
I know.
I just want to give birth.
That's way more fucked up.
It
This
seems
whole thing.
so cool. I want to be pregnant and give birth.
You also want to give birth without any, like, no medicine. What is it called when you're...
I don't know. No.
You don't want an epidural.
The only reason why I don't want an epidural, it's not because I'm a hero or anything. It's because I'm scared of an epidural.
Oh.
Yeah.
More than getting your vagina ripped?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes. Because I know my vagina can heal. I know they can stitch it.
Yeah, but so can your spinal cord, right?
I don't know. It's like,
okay, but how many of them are they doing a day?
I don't fucking care.
You don't
I'm
care.
too scared to have an epidural done. I'm
okay.
way
What
too
happens
scared.
if you are like going to have a C-section?
Well, then that's different. Fucking drug
Okay.
me. But I'm actually more scared of C-section than I
me
am.
too.
Than I am of natural birth. I'm scared of.
yeah.
I'm scared of any medical intervention, and it's not again because I don't trust anyone.
Yeah,
so
which is
there is
fair.
that. But I'm actually just. It all leads back to like I'm gonna like throw up and get sick. Usually that's the root of any medical intervention is like
It's
I'm
not
gonna
your
barf.
body being cut open,
No.
your organs being taken out for the baby to come out. It's
No.
that you could throw up.
Yes.
Okay. So I know the fear of throwing up is a real thing.
Yes.
It's like a real...
Yeah.
What?
It's a metaphobia.
Yeah,
so I
like
have
how?
full blown emetophobia. I've had it since I was a kid.
And what are you afraid of when you throw up? It coming out your nose? Because I feel like that would suck.
No, I think it's just like coming up. I've tried. I've hovered over the toilet when I've been so hungover, shaking. I'm like, okay,
You
I'll
need to
get
throw
it.
up. Yeah.
And I'm like, Like that's as far as I'm like,
because you don't want to.
Because I can't. Like I can't do it.
So it's not even just like you're afraid to throw up. It's really the act of throwing up,
it's the
sound. Wow, that's so interesting.
It's all of it. I'm really like, ooh, I don't want to. But like, I'm at a point where I'm like, I'm okay to surrender to it. I haven't also been able to do it. And I'm not going to give myself a medication like they have Epicac.
No.
Which will make you throw up.
No.
But if you don't
In what fucking world?
No, you can't do it. And you can't,
That would be crazy.
That would be crazy. And I'll never stick my fingers down my throat willingly. I've tried.
Good. Yeah.
And then I can't do it. I'm just like,
oh. You don't want to do that.
Yeah.
That's bad.
So I'm more so afraid of like, if I throw up while getting the C-section, because that's common. A lot of people get nauseous from the medication. Yeah. Some people throw up, they shake, all of that. It's like, but here's the thing. I know that if I was having a baby, I wouldn't give a fuck in that moment too. So I know that like anything would be for that baby. But yeah, I just think the experience of birth is so fucking cool. Yeah. There's nothing at all in life that's going to give you that surge of hormones, that surge of
I never think of that,
of adrenaline, that surge of
there's no going back either.
Exactly.
Like that's scary.
Well, that's the scary thing, because once it's born, I'd be like, okay, I did it.
now what? I have to raise this.
Now it's like over the rest of my life.
Yeah,
but I don't know.
So that's the part that is fascinating to you.
Yeah, like the whole process of being pregnant and like feeling it grow and develop seems really cool.
Wow.
And giving birth. And before I never thought this. So like in the last couple of years, I've like
started thinking
grown more to that. Wow. But then the actual raising and things, I'm like, I don't know.
I feel like that would be the fun part. But only the highlights. It's like, it's almost like you want to have kids when you see like the highlight reels of life, right? Like
sure.
The part where it's like, oh my God, how fun would it be to bring them to a movie theater? That's a really dumb idea, but
no.
But you know what I mean? Like those
for them to see like a movie or be excited to go to their first
Christmas
movie.
morning, or like they make their first friend, like those highlight moments.
The novel.
Yes, that's cool. But like things get really hard with people. And imagine being like, your job is to protect your kids at all costs.
Yeah.
And there's so many things in life where you can't control the outcome.
Yeah.
And I think that's what's scary.
That's really
kids.
scary. Yeah. No, that really scares me. And also just like taking up the time that really.
Your life changes.
Oh, your life completely changes.
Yes.
Like if my child got into sports, like.
Oh yeah.
I don't know how much I want to pay for that. I don't like, no, I obviously I would pay anything for them, but like, I don't know if like, I think to myself right now, it's like, oh, every Saturday you would have to go to their like practice or whatever. It's like,
see, I feel like that part is like
fun for you.
Yeah. I'm like, okay, that's the good stuff. I feel like if I had a kid that like was lazy as shit or like had no passions or interest, I wouldn't know how to relate to that. I'd be like, why are you not into anything? And that scares me more, because I would want, if my kid was like obsessed with one thing, I'm like, okay, I know how to like give you the best life.
Yeah.
If your child, which is very possible, has no passions, no drive, no whatever, that is terrifying to me, you know?
Yeah.
Soccer practice sounds fun.
Yeah. No. I guess I'd be okay with the lazier child. I'd be like, well, we'll just figure it out until you know. And we'll just
trade.
We'll
maybe if
everything.
If you have like a sporty kid and I have a lazy one, we'll just be like, sorry guys, you were actually switched to birth.
Yeah, I'd be fine with that.
Yeah.
I'd be fine. Because then I'd be like, well, do you want to try this? You want to try that? I'm okay with sampling around.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
I'd be fine going to like an art class or music or like whatever.
Trying to figure out what they're into.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think about how I was just recently sick with a cold.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, fuck, if I was sick and had a kid that was sick.
Oh my God. That's why you need a good partner. Honestly. You need someone that's going to fucking step up.
You have to be with someone who wants a child.
Yes, that's important. Like, I think that's number one.
That's bottom line.
Yes, but also wants to actively be there. But also, they could want to actively do those things, but they have to have shown you, like, hey, I do step up. Hey, this is how I am in a crisis situation.
Sure,
you have to already know that, because otherwise, you're really signing yourself up for literal hell. Because it's not easy.
Yeah. No.
How are we talking about this?
We were talking about leap years, and I said you would want to plan. Knowing you'd want to plan for your leap year baby.
Yeah. So when is that going to be? So if the next leap year is 2028, that means 2027, May 2027, have
You should plan for this.
Yeah.
You know how you could actually really do it? You would plan your C-section.
But
You would need a
I
C-section.
don't want to be cut open.
Well, do you want it for a leap year baby?
You can get induced.
Well, it just depends on how much you want a leap year baby.
I want one so bad. You have no idea.
Oh, you better start planning.
What would I name my leap year baby? What's a good leap year name? Skip.
Yeah.
His name's Skippy.
Hopper.
All right, perfect. All right, so May 2027, I'm going to set a calendar in my
set
phone.
a reminder.
Yeah, that I have to have unprotected sex for this whole month.
May. Yeah.
May. I'll be 37.
Yeah.
That's a geriatric
Be
baby.
38. Yeah, it's a geriatric baby for sure.
Maybe it'll be my second baby then.
Speaking of geriatric babies, you know what I'm doing this year? This is a goal. I'm going to look into freezing my eggs.
Yes. That's a great idea.
Yeah, I'm getting my AMH test on the 15th.
Wow, you're starting the process.
I'm starting the process. I'm
That's
scared.
So good. You're
so I
gonna
might
do
have
great.
a baby on ice by the end.
You'll have 20 babies on ice.
Babies on ice.
Babies on ice.
I love.
How are you going to pick? I always think about that. Let's just say you get 20 viable eggs that you freeze, and then you're like, okay, I'm ready to have a baby. Which of those 20?
See, I would love to be able to donate it, but because I'm old, I can't. I looked into it. Can I donate it?
You could have made a lot of money too.
I know. I fucking wish. That's my one regret is when I was younger, because I have Jewish eggs.
Are they more expensive?
Oh yeah, people pay for Jewish eggs.
Wow.
Because they want to keep the bloodline going.
I get, because you're a woman.
Yeah.
I had someone tell me the other day that they wanted to be with a Jewish woman because they want their kids to be Jewish. And that makes sense. But then they explained to me that it doesn't matter if the dad's Jewish. It doesn't fucking matter.
Yeah, technically it doesn't.
What is that?
I don't know.
It just goes through the female bloodline. It
goes through the maternal line. And then if my mom is Ashkenazi Jewish and my dad was Sephardic, I believe that then I would be considered a Sephardic Jew because the type of Judaism runs through the dad.
What? I don't even know the words you just said.
There's Ashkenazi, Sephardic, and then I always forget the third one.
I didn't know any of this.
Yeah,
okay.
So I almost said Ashkephardic.
Okay.
Ashkenazi is Eastern European. Sephardic is Middle Eastern. And then the other type, I forget.
Okay.
Where.
So you are two of the three.
I'm just Ashkenazi. I'm full-blown Ashkenazi. My dad and my mom are Ashkenazi Jews.
Wow. Okay, cool.
And so if let's say my mom was Ashkenazi, my dad was Sephardic, then I would consider myself Sephardic because it runs through the dad.
Wow, that's so fascinating.
Yeah, it's weird.
Who decided that?
I don't know.
The first Jewish man?
Probably.
Who was the first Jewish man? Jesus?
Yeah, I guess
he's not the first.
Moses?
He was the last, wasn't he?
Adam? Was Adam and Eve, are they Jews? I don't know.
They were fictional characters, I think. Jesus is real. He was a real man.
He was real.
But Adam and Eve, no fucking way.
No, I know. I'm
right?
For Bible's sake. Honestly, all of it to me is bullshit.
Yeah. The stories are fun. What's the Moses thing? Because I've only watched Prince of Egypt.
He parted the Red Sea.
Yes.
He was,
But he was not Jewish.
Well, he was Jewish.
Okay.
And then he was
taken from the river.
He was taken from the river, yeah. His parents put him down in the basket.
Wait, his real parents were Jewish.
I forgot what happened, yeah. I gotta relearn the story.
They were drowning babies, I thought. And so to rescue the baby.
To save him, they were killing Jewish babies. I think that's what it was. They were killing Jewish babies.
And so
facts from memories.
Facts from memories. Facts from Disney Channel.
Because I don't remember the story of Passover, even though I do it every year. But we always do a really rushed Passover story where it's all right, let's
We should really get into it this year.
Yeah, we should do it. I'll host a Passover, a real Passover.
Love it.
Okay, so
I won't be able to drink the Manischewitz, but I'll be there.
You won't be able to have the 7 glasses of wine, or 4 glasses of wine. So
that's all right.
He was put in a basket,
and then the big guy,
the big guy,
king guy, he found the little kid, the Pharaoh,
so
it was his wife found the kid.
What were we saying? How do we get to Passover? How do we get to Jews?
And pregnancy. You're gonna have a Jewish. So no matter what, you're gonna have a Jewish baby.
Would have been a lot.
Okay,
so I'm gonna put my eggs on ice. Are you thinking, or
I would love to do that.
Yeah,
but then I'm also fuck it. If I'm just gonna get pregnant.
I know.
I feel like I've got 1 year left because I'm not 35 yet.
Yes.
But once I turn 35, I'm going to have that 1 year.
Yeah.
I want to either decide in that moment if I'm doing it or not, because honestly, we don't have that much time.
No.
And then I'm either getting pregnant or I guess I'll freeze my eggs. But it's they're going to be on ice for a year.
Time's running out. It's weird.
Yeah. It is.
Time's a ticking. But I'm gonna get my AMH tested.
What's that?
If my AMH, I have no idea what it stands for. I forgot.
Cool.
It's just to see basically your egg reserves.
Yes. Okay. Yeah.
So if it's low and it's like, oh, your chance of getting pregnant are low, I'm not gonna fucking freeze my eggs.
Oh, really?
No, there's no point. That's where I'm like, okay.
So you're just not gonna have kids. That's
not gonna have kids. But if my egg reserve is high, then I'm gonna I'll just spend the money.
I feel like you should do it no matter what. Only because it's like if they're low, but then in like a year you want kids.
In a year if I wanted kids, then I would just naturally try.
Okay.
With someone. I don't know who, but
doesn't matter who.
I'm gonna need to be with someone who wants to have a child. Or at least
not
willing to raise a child.
Or some
help me
child
raise.
support.
Yeah, like Nick Cannon it.
Yeah, but money's not enough. Like, honestly, like I think about it, I'm like, okay, if I had all the money in the world, but I needed to go do my job.
Yeah.
I'd need someone to watch the kid.
Yeah.
The kid. And it's like, I don't...
Daycare.
Who am I paying?
Who do I trust?
Like, I want like a real person.
Yeah. And I don't have childcare here.
Yeah.
No way. So
Same. We have each other.
Yeah. But like, here's the thing. I don't want to babysit anyone's kid.
I know.
That's the thing where it's like, if you had a baby, it's like...
I know. You have to want that baby.
Like, I don't want to babysit your child. No, I feel like you'd want to babysit my child.
I would babysit your child.
I'm scared to babysit your child.
Please don't fuck up my child. That's the thing is that like I would trust you to babysit my child.
Yes, I know I would be fine. Like,
you'd be great
babysitting a child.
It's just whether or not you'd
I'm
want
just scared.
To. Yeah. I think a certain age too. It's like I wouldn't give you my newborn baby and be like, take care of it.
Yeah.
But if like our kids were both 5 years old and I was like,
yeah, for sure.
Send it over to Auntie Nikki's.
Yeah. My whole thing is like when they're young and you separate them from their parents and they get sad or like they might have their like crying fit or whatever. That's where I'm just like, oh, like, I'm sorry. Like you need like having separation anxiety. Yeah.
You need a couple years, I feel like, if this is not possible in our society, but like you need a couple of years of like the parents taking care of the baby.
For sure.
Without leaving them.
For sure.
But like we can't do that.
No, I don't think our society is conducive.
No.
That's the thing. We also live in a society that is not conducive to giving birth. And I also feel like the childbirthing industry, or whatever I should call it, is extremely misogynistic and capitalistic. And that upsets me. That upsets me to no end. And I could just talk about this all fucking day. But yeah, it's really upsetting to me when I think about how things get lumped into infertility when it's like that's an endocrinology problem. But
tell me more about that.
Well, if you think about like how our hormones change, hormones are all falling under the endocrinology umbrella. And so if, let's say, I was trying to get pregnant, they're going to send me to an infertility specialist instead of like, oh, let's get your let's go to an endocrinologist to look at your hormones. But now they have like infertility endocrinology specialists. So it's just like, it's kind of like a sick cash cow in a way. Kind of reminds me of like ketamine with therapy, which is a whole other conversation.
I know nothing
like how
about
it's kind
that.
of a cash cow, and it's kind of like you can have patients that go to ketamine therapy, but as a therapist, you're not necessarily, there's no protocols that you should be using technically with someone on ketamine, even though there are, but it's not necessarily like talked about, or like, it's just, there's a gap. In terms of just how things work, and that upsets me, but
that's crazy. You know what's also really like misogynistic is that when a woman can't get pregnant, most of the time it's on the man.
Yeah. And a lot of times it is. I think there's a lot of stuff linked to sperm in our bodies that we just don't know about.
Yeah.
Well,
anyway.
Cheers. This is the year of having a potential baby on ice, I guess.
Well,
I might have an embryo on ice.
You should have, I really hope you have an embryo on ice this year. So that's you for 2025. And then we'll have our leap year baby in 2027.
You're having the leap year baby.
Shouldn't we both try to like raise the odds? We'll both try to get pregnant in May 2027.
May 2027.
This is a real thing we're going to do. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
I'd be down. If I really wanted to, I would do it.
Yeah.
Then if I had the baby on ice now, I know I could impregnate myself.
Yes,
by
you could.
May.
Yep, 2027.
So my goal this year is to have hopefully an embryo that I can use in 2027 to have my leap year baby.
This is a perfect plan.
I'm excited for a year.
Yep. So we're freezing eggs.
We're running.
We're sober.
Gonna have mermaid hair.
Hair.
Budgeted. You've accounted for it.
Yep.
I might get Botox.
Yeah, we'll do it together. All right.
Sounds good.
Should we
Wrap
sign
up?
off?
Okay.
Yeah. All
Bye.
right. Bye, guys.
All my friends are fucking weird, all my friends are fucking freaks, and all my friends are fucking